Hey everyone, my name is Caitlin Drake and I'm one of the product training coordinators on the product training team here at Wellness Living. In this video, I'm going to show you some improvements we recently made to date range and report generation customization options within reports. There are a few changes to both global settings for reports, which apply to all reports that you generate, as well as settings within individual reports. Let's start off by looking at the global customization options. To find the global settings for reports, go to the app drawer and then into reports. On the left side menu for reports, you'll want to head down and select customize. And you'll know that these are the global settings for reports, or those settings that will apply to all reports that you generate, because right here up at the top, when you're on that customize menu, you can see that it does say all reports. First, let's look at the date range tab here on the left. This is where you can set up how you want Wellness Living to generate reports that have specific date ranges. You can select if you want to use the system default date range, which will vary based on the date range set for each type of report that you generate. You can also choose to decide if you want Wellness Living to ask you to select the date range prior to each report being generated. That is this second option here. If you select this option, you'll also have to choose the filters that you want to apply to each report in advance before you can actually generate a new copy of that report. Finally, you can choose if you want to set a custom blanket default date range for all of your reports. If I select that option, you'll see that the available options for custom date range are: we can have our reports generate automatically with today's date selected, the entire week, the entire month, or for the entire year. Keep in mind that you can change the date range for your reports manually after you've generated them, so you're not stuck with whatever you choose here. This is just going to be the default that displays as soon as the report is generated each time. You can also come back to this screen, of course, at any time and look at these customizations again. If you're unhappy with the way that the reports are generating for dates, you can always come back and change this to whatever you'd like. I've scrolled back up to the top, and the next tab that we're going to look at here is report generation. With report generation, you can now decide if you want the system to display the last generated report whenever you open up a report. And if you choose this option, you can always generate a new report manually if you'd like. The other option for report generation is this one here, to generate a new report. And selecting this option makes it so that you don't have to manually generate reports each time you open them. It will always generate a brand new one for you. Some reports do take more time than others to generate, and reports do take time to generate. Brand new copies can be found on your generated tab right here on my left-hand side menu. So those are the changes to the global customizations for reports. Now let's take a look at the customization options within individual reports. For our video today, I'm going to show you this using the All Transactions beta report, which I located under Sales, but certainly you can customize any report on an individual basis depending on what specifications you would like. As I mentioned just a moment ago, you can manually regenerate reports whenever you need simply by clicking on the refresh icon right beside the information for when this report was generated. So you can always refresh there. And now to take a look at those customization options for this individual report. The way you can access that is select the three-dot icon in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And then down at the bottom of the menu there, you can select Customize. You'll see the Customize menu pop up for this individual report. And just like we looked at on the global customization screen, you can choose here a couple of different options. Specifically for today, we're going to look at first the default date range. So again, you can set that default date range for how you want these reports to generate. Do we want to use the system default date range when we generate this report? Or you have those custom date range options again for today, week, month, and year if you'd like this specific report to generate using one of these custom date ranges. Underneath that, the other options that you have are, again, just like we just looked at for report generation. So it says here, you can choose if the system should generate new reports each time you open reports. Just to reiterate what we said previously, if you select last generated report, you can use that manual refresh button that I just showed you at the top of your report to refresh and generate a brand new copy. Or whenever you open this report, you may also choose that you want to generate a brand new report each time. Once you've selected the options that you want, as always, make sure to save your work in the bottom right-hand corner. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.